Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there are any ladies in here, but here we are to discuss self-entitled pricks blame the world for their own mistakes. Kind of like giving the argument of streaming is way harder than a 9 to 5.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
I know it's a retard take because you can do this on stream and out money a dude literally getting his throat bawled by his boss every Saturday in the form of internship. I was scrolling through Reddit yesterday and I found this thing. Don't ask me how I found it. OnlyFans model suffers breakdown due to a family watching her explicit content. Let me correct it. OnlyFans model suffers breakdown after her family finding out about her only content. And just when I thought that it cannot get any more real in the life of streamers in terms of getting eventual reality checks out of nowhere, sometimes very shameful ones, this streamer dropped the hardest of the bars.
She sent my mom my Fansly and a picture of me sucking a fucking dildo.
Wow, it went very fast. What the fuck? And by that I mean I knew that it's gonna go that fast. I pre-watched it. I just have to act like a dumb fuck and I don't know anything because I'm doing a YouTube video and I gotta stretch this video out to 8 minutes to usual stuff. But I don't understand why she's so pressed and emotional about it. My dear men, this is her Twitch and this is the type of content she posts on Twitch. This content is available without subscription for free for everyone, probably forever. And according to my understanding, cheeks and bare cheeks have a very thin line of differentiation between them, thin line of clothing. But yeah, it's very thin. And trust me, that thin line have been crossed on her streams multiple times so far.
Behold, true gaming in its purest form. This is what streaming is all about.
And not just that, Mogpie and similar streamers that do bathtub content, explicit content, almost explicit ones. Dan Clancy allows them to do so for free. They are godsends. They do it for free. These streamers make sure that they are exploiting almost every single loophole to make sexual content seem like just chatting. But we all know what just chatting on Twitch means. Even Dan Clancy knows it, considering his fine choice of videos to show while demoing the stories feature of Twitch. I'm gonna take screenshots of those. So the face of Twitch in a silent reality is this kind of content, right? It has to be. That's why it's not banned still. And that's why it's not categorized in a separate category still, even after asmongold said it a million fucking times.
This right here, if you look at this stream, like I would say that I think this stream is sexual in nature. And because of that, I think that in general, any of this stuff, they should have to be in a different category. That is a sexually labeled category. You should not be able to sit and just chatting and circumvent these rules and do the same thing that you should be doing in the hot tub section.
So your cousins, if they find it accidentally without even searching for it, isn't that a sign of success? But then she blames her cousins for looking up her Fansly content to somehow support her outrage on why she's not wrong in all of this.
And it's my fault. Because she's saying my cousins were looking up my pictures. Like my male older cousins, they were looking me up. And I said, why the fuck aren't we asking them why the fuck they're looking at me? Why is it always me? Why the fuck is it always me?
I'll tell you why it's you. Because the content produced by you is supposed to please the male demographic. All of them included. It's been centuries still the men have fought over a nice set of titties, and by God's grace they still would have if it wasn't available for a penny on the internet, or maybe even free if you're smart enough. I can't precisely understand her words and what she meant by them, but by refocusing my attention towards her words, that was very hard to do by the way, not harder than me, but by refocusing it, I got a gist of what she meant by the sentence that she spoke very fluently. She's basically trying to say that whoever sent her explicit content to her mother, she was doing so because her cousins were looking her up. Okay. It's very hard to explain. That lady's cousins were looking this streamer's explicit content up on Fansly. I think I made sense out of it in some manner. And she want these bastard men to suffer and pay for their sins. There is nothing wrong that she did. I totally agree. She should continue doing so. Outside of sucking a silicon phallic object on stream and selling those videos for money, outside of that, she didn't do anything wrong. Religion would suggest otherwise, but okay. I just hate people doing this to her. Because even in times of distress, she was still serving the Coomers every second possible. Now, gentlemen, I know only men are still here. But men, explain this. Is there a possible way that a porn star can make her career seem and feel bad when she is enjoying her life in $1 million mansion? Is it possible? I don't think so. Can sympathy be given to them if their family watched their movie, which they made with full consent and got a shit ton of money for? Do they deserve sympathy in that scenario? I don't know. Isn't it equivalent to selling your ethics for money? Isn't that why people are outraged at it? Isn't that why OnlyFans models are not respected much in real life talks? Isn't that the entire idea, or am I wrong in this? Look, I don't know anything about the amount an individual spends on a single OnlyFans subscription, and then the amount they also spend on body pillows, lotions. But when an OnlyFans model posts a tweet that says she made how much? How are you complaining about your family watching your content and then feeling bad about it? Why? How? Like, I don't understand. You're earning millions of dollars, and that's why you continue to do so. If you feel so bad, just quit it, right? You were thinking that your family will never find out that you were selling your nudes online and you were doing this kind of shit online. I mean, that's just delusion. I don't even think that this entire outrage that I'm seeing on her stream was real, because most of it was, well, this seemed very intentional. I don't know if it was or not. I mean, the tears seemed a bit real, not a hell lot. I mean, collaborating with creators the size of iShowSpeed tells me that you wanna be in public eye and you wanna promote exactly this kind of content. I don't know how much money it would take for me to spread my cheeks online and provide that content for money to people that have Cheetos stuck in their belly. $20, that's all, $20. But I can never imagine Mia Malkova complaining about her family feeling disappointed by her getting taken down by literal buff, oiled, big, handsome, luscious men. Wait, I wrote that. What the fuck? I don't think complaining about a career that earns you millions of dollars by exploiting weak men online, right? You studied it and that's why you started doing it. I don't think complaining about it gets you any empathy or sympathy from people that are living real life and that are hardworking, right? They cannot relate with you. Like, whatever you're saying, it's, I would say, a very minute number, a very small number of people would be able to relate with you. And if they're relating with you, well, they're also self-righteous pricks in that scenario. But yeah, I don't understand why people even post these kind of videos, or why people even behave like this on their streams, expecting sympathy from Coomers, right? OnlyFans models, porn stars, or any kind of adult content streamers or content creators, they understand that they're exploiting weaknesses in systems and people's brains, right? And that's what's making them money, right? Exploiting something is against ethics. So you're selling your ethics at the very core, not even if it wasn't about selling adult content, you're selling your ethics for money, right? At the very core of it. And you should understand that if someday there are consequences of it, you won't get any sympathy from anyone, not even your family, right? Of course, if your family agrees to you posting your ass cheeks spread out with peanut butter on them and a dog is licking it, that's fine. But if family doesn't agree, you should not live in a delusion that they'll never find out. It was someone that was angry at you, they sent it to your family, but mostly, I'm saying mostly, they'll find it organically, spontaneously. It'll just show up. You're fucking popular. The harder you go, the faster they find. So stop crying and go back to working at McDonald's. Bye.